Tower, Papa 14.
Papa 14 Tower.
Papa 14 Alpha, request proceed across to the glide path.
After 30 years working here since it opened in 1986, I've seen spectacular change. When the place opened 30 years ago, some days actually we had no flights, to there being something like 150 flights on average per week. 30 years, fado. It's lovely, a little bit behind the ears. Aviation fuel for the weekend, behind the ears.
Since Ireland West Airport in County Mayo opened its runway 3 decades ago, it has greeted more than 10 million passengers. It was the brainchild of Monsignor James Horan, who sought to bring more pilgrims to Knock Shrine. These days, it has all the hustle and bustle of a busy international airport, but the communities and the unique countryside on which it stands make it a place unlike any other.
25 destinations, 11 in the UK. There's no airport in the west or northwest have more UK routes than us. People don't realise that. This airport's a little gem in the west and it can do so much more.
Hello, love.
What put in first? Was it the Luton?
I'll tell you now. The machine. If you walk down the centre of the building, past the shops. So just at the main... Out of those doors there, just go across the little pathway, up onto a little car park, and as you look down, you'll see the bus shelter.
Anne Hardman is the supervisor on duty in customer services.
Ireland West Airport Knock, can I help you?
She's a familiar face, having worked at the airport for 12 years.
I used to work in a local nursing home. Do you want to finish a cup of tea first?
Can I finish the tea?
Of course you can, yeah. So I came here cleaning, and then the office manager at the time approached me, would I like to come and work in here? I took that. Can you make the steps, or do you want the lift?
Yes.
Yeah. I know you're travelling on your own.
She is.
And then another couple of years, I got a supervisor's position, and that's good. Just put your elbows in a little bit, loving, then you don't catch them at the door. No, I don't want to catch your elbows.
I know, love.
All right?
Yeah. I told her that she was a very nice girl. I said, you never lost the English accent. No, she said, no, I won't.
Oh, 84, wasn't she? Did she telling you? 84 from Belmullet. And I'll meet you at the other side.
Okay.
All right, I'm not abandoning you. Well, I think of my own granny or my own mother. I think we all do. You treat them like your own would like to be treated, wouldn't you? I'll be old myself one day, so I'd like to be treated with a bit of respect, really. How long are you going for?
2 weeks.
Wow, very nice.
I'm going over to the out-of-gauge X-ray system so that I can get this from landside to airside because I need it in the tower building. It is a UPS, an uninterruptible power supply.
Jim Corrie is head of technical services.
Now, this is where the crack is going to start. I didn't get to the gym last night, or the night before, so I lift UPSs in the evening. I have nothing else to do. I just kind of find an old UPS and... In the event of the mains failing, this has a load of batteries in it, so you have a seamless operation. In other words, when the mains fails and the generator hasn't yet ramped up to speed, this will supply electric power for that duration. And I haven't had the breakfast yet. This is the nervous center, yeah. All the essential stuff goes through here. The equipment that air traffic control use in providing an air traffic service. They have communications, they have airfield lighting, and they have nav aids. And that's basically our domain. We are part of the air traffic services, and we provide the support for those. Jeez, I'll tell you, the old cleaners, they don't do as good a job as they used to in the old days. I never meant to start a collection of airplanes, but it kind of happened. My favourite, obviously, is the Concorde. She's in need of some essential maintenance. There's probably dust inside the engines and everything. I remember I used to see this training in the circuit in Shannon on several occasions. It was like an eagle. Aggressive, but beautiful. The noise and the spectacular vision that it created. It approaches that kind of an angle, especially if there's moisture in the air, you see it getting caught in the low pressure above the wings and it condensates. You'd get little magic clouds forming above the wings. As the world moves on and gets older, there's an entire generation that have never seen this. And very soon, you'll say the Concorde, and people say, huh? One of the most spectacular aircraft I think I've ever seen.
We're just heading off now to Knock to catch our flight for our big match the weekend. Mayo are playing in London, so there's a huge crowd from around heading off for this big occasion. We'll be knocking about 15 minutes. Are you getting excited yet? Well, you should be. It's like an addiction. Win, lose or draw, we're there behind them all the way. Oh, this is the year, and they have it. They will definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, do it. Mayo have got the best support in the country. You wouldn't think we support Mayo, would you? No, never. It's the same old diehards. You'll see it every single match.
Living in hope, one group have used the date of the last Mayo All-Ireland win in their title.
It's called Club 51, and there's just a group of fanatical Mayo supporters who go to all the Mayo games. So yeah, there's a big gang over there already waiting for us, so making it a great weekend.
Today, these supporters will be travelling to London with their heroes, the Mayo team.
Thank you. No problem at all. The Mayo supporters, I mean, anywhere we go, it's crazy. They go, you know, they're going to travel, and I know people that are travelling without even having tickets. You know, there's only 3,000 people fit in the ground, but they just want to be in London and be around to support the team, and it's amazing. And I suppose having Knock Airport here as well, being in Mayo, it's just so handy for people to get over to London.
Oh, that's lovely there. Oh, great, go!
The sporting VIPs provide a great opportunity for Audrey in the airport marketing team.
We're just about to get a picture of the Mayo team. As you can see, everyone has boarded their flights. It's been great. I've uploaded the pictures. I can see comments and likes and shares, and that's really good for our Facebook engagement rate. All these are Mayo fans. I think people like to see pictures up, and they like to have a look at themselves and tag themselves. It's great for all of us.
The west of Ireland has seen more than its fair share of people leave. An incoming flight from Manchester is going to bring about a very special reunion.
I'm here to meet a guy that I haven't seen for 28 years. We were engaged a long time ago and I broke it off, and now we're meeting back up again, so.
Marie from Galway and ex-fiancé Michael found each other again on Facebook, and this is the day they have both waited a very long time for.
I'm just waiting for him to walk through that door now.
Gosh, isn't that lovely? Oisin Swish comes through to go in the helicopter, and he wanted to go to the aquarium in Galway as well. Make-A-Wish Foundation. We've a special little visitor today. His name is Oisin Kennedy. He's 12 years of age and he's from Westport. He came from one of the Aer Lingus captains, actually, when he heard that Oisin was going out. This one is for you, because you're a VIP. Okay. So we'll give that one to you. Today he's going out to London and he's going to see Chelsea play football tomorrow. Chelsea's his favourite football team. So today we thought maybe we could just bring him out in a fire engine, him and his brother and his sister, just for a few minutes. It's just to make it fun for him.
Good, you going over to Chelsea?
Yes, we are indeed.
Who are you playing this weekend?
Absolutely.
Good luck at the match. I'll see you guys.
Take care.
I think this whole trip is about being with the family and having nice memories.
Yeah, I will.
Your dad's back here.
Our duty officer is going to bring the fire engine out, so at least Ocean will be able to see it as he's going out.
How do you wear these? Ocean!
Yeah, they're all excited, sure. There was hardly any sleep last night in our house. Hopefully now we'll have a good weekend.
You see people travelling through the airport and you never know anybody's background, but I did know Ocean's background. It does make it hard, but you just to think that the poor family as well, and the brother and sister, it's very sad. Yeah, very sad.
Ryanair 1326 departure, QNH 1015, and your clearance is cleared to Tenerife via Tulta, airborne at time 13, Cumul 075, bye-bye.
After 126 departure, QNH 1015, cleared to Tenerife, Tulta, flight number 230, smoking 3144.
The month of May brings Holy Communion season, and for Marion in the airport shrine booth, that brings extra custom.
Because I sell like the prayer books, the beads, the sets and the cards. To have them is special, to have them here at the airport. I have sold so many of them for this weekend. I had a very similar little prayer book as that myself. That's gone back a few years ago. Too many years to really remember, but I did.
It's also a big occasion for the local communities. Florist Angie Casey makes a delivery to the church in Charlestown, just 5 miles down the road.
You go down now and see. Tomorrow's first Holy Communion day for two of my grandchildren, Ava May Casey, and here's my other granddaughter, Roisin Casey. It's a big day in their lives. We have our family coming in from England, my daughter and her husband, and the grandchildren, some of the grandchildren, so it's going to be very exciting. I've the washing on the line, their favourite dinner is ready, and I'm here waiting for the plane to appear. I'll see the plane, it'll come in over the trees. Who could ask for anything better? The airfield in your own backyard nearly. And I'm so excited, and the Kenny is the Taoiseach again. He's back, my man. When he was made the leader of the party, he pulled up outside, because I know him, and his phone had gone dead. And he came into the house. I said, will you have a drink? And he said, would you have a little drop of Jameson? And I can show you the glass out there. I never washed it, and the trace is in the bottom of the glass still. This is my son John when he was making his communion, and this is Declan, and this is Sinead, and this is Inda, baby Inda. They look at it now and they all complain, oh, Mammy, how could you have dressed us like that? We're a sight. Yeah, there it goes. Wait till she goes down. Hold tight. She's down. Right, let's go. Woohoo! Isn't it a lovely drive up to the airport? It's like a lovely little forest. I'll be just there in time. They'll be just coming out when I get there. Going down now, down to the arrivals. How are things? How are things? Look at the height, dear. Look at the height. I know. How are you?
All right, good.
How are
you doing?
Great.
In London, the Garvey family from Claremorris have arrived for the match.
You know, when you go to all the matches, you get to know all the people that go to the matches. How are you doing, guys? How are you?
I'm from where?
Claremorris.
Okay.
Oh, God. That's a lad I know from Claremorris. He works in Claremorris. It's a sense of, what to say, friendship, bond. We're all doing the same thing, trying to win Sam Maguire.
Thousands of Mayo supporters have made the trip across from Ireland West Airport. But now it's time to get down to business. Mayo have a match to win. Game one of what Mayo hope will be a long and fruitful summer is about to start here in the picturesque setting of Ruislip in London. 1 goal and 2 points, all from play.
A goal. A goal.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, we won. Good day out, great atmosphere, so yeah, it was great.
In the terminal building, the upstairs cafe is popular, providing great views of the aircraft.
Why have we got an engine in a plane?
To make it go up with the sky.
Why have we got an engine in the car?
Well, to make the car go.
Why is the writing in the middle?
Wings? Your wings so it can take off.
Why can the wheels go on the plane?
Because the wheels, there has to be wheels on the plane. You can't take off without wheels, can it?
Why are the windows open?
Just let in some fresh air. This is about, well, it must be the first time in about a year, is it?
Right, yeah.
He's been up here, yeah.
Why can it take off with the doors open?
Because people would fall out, wouldn't they?
Yeah. I want to go now.
Cornelia Sidowska has been working in customer services for 2 months. Having first moved to Dublin from Poland, she then found the perfect reason to relocate to Mayo.
Love. yeah, my fiance, yeah, because he lives in Mayo. We went for our friend's wedding to Poland, and then, you know, when the bride threw her flowers, so everything was set up before, and she just came over, she just gave me the flowers, and then when I turned back, he was on his knees. So, yeah. So I worked in Dublin Airport for 7 years before I came here. And it's more like a family here. Here you feel that the people are like together, like each other, you know.
Cornelia is one of 2 recruits who have yet to receive their uniforms.
I can't wait to wear it. You feel like the part of the gang, first of all, yeah. So it should be here anytime.
Thank you very much. She's part of customer service now. Do you feel one of the team now you've got your uniform? Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. When I came here, the first thing I said to Annie is that she looks exactly like my granny. Really, she looks like her.
Aww.
Aww. My granny.
We call her Granny Annie.
I do call her Granny Annie. Yeah, when she retires, she's going to become my childminder.
Going to have all the stuffed kids in my house. It's a bit of crack, isn't it?
Do you have
all my little chickens.
As well as being the local florist, Angie Casey owns a busy hardware store in Charlestown. Just around the corner, her best friend Anne Kelly owns the Riverside restaurant. They still recall a November day 30 years ago when they were at the new airport to witness its maiden flight.
All these mountains and hills were covered with people. All along, all the way down the road, right down, which how many miles is it?
Oh, it was down to Charlestown nearly. They said there was 15,000–20,000 here that day.
Yeah, it was an amazing send-off. It was cost us an arm and a leg at the time.
Come up, I'm always pulling you.
While Anne and her husband boarded the flight to Rome, Angie was there to wave them off.
This was my place here now. I wanted to be here to make sure that I waved her goodbye. So that's why I was here very, very early that morning. I made sure I was against the railings. Here I am here with the white jacket. That was me when I was good looking. And this is Anne down here. Look at the smile on her. She was as happy as Larry.
But it was the whole history of, you know, being there and going on that flight, that particular flight. And it was great just to be a star for one day. I've never experienced it since.
She was a star and she looked absolutely stunning. She did, honest to God. Do you hear that now? You could have done me an injury.
And it was November, the dead of winter, and all this life was happening.
It was very emotional. It was absolutely a superb day.
Once the airport opened up, the whole future was opened for young people. So all my friends at the time were immigrating to America. They were all leaving the country in droves. This is in the 80s. And we had a small child, and we said, well, look, there's good prospects here. This is opening up our whole future. And by God, it did. It really did.
You wave at the pilot. I always fancied the man in the uniform.
If they find something wrong, you just shut down the facility.
It's a sin, mortal sin to be sweating, sister. Especially beside the man.
Connacht won 2010. Connacht are the Pro 12 champions.